In our Caribbean Sea, an invasive alien thrives. The lionfish, an unassuming and gluttonous predator, threatens the delicate balance of nature in our Caribbean waters. With no native predators, an abundance of food, and prolific breeding habits, the lionfish has firmly established itself as one of the newest threats in the Caribbean. If left unchecked, it can bring about an abrupt change in the quality of coral reef ecosystems and negatively impact commercial fisheries and tourism. The lionfish can affect lives and livelihoods now and for future generations. With bold maroon and white stripes, long feathery fins, and an arsenal of venomous spines, Pterois volitans and Pterois miles, the lionfish is a fierce predator. Originally from the tropical Indo-Pacific and the Red Sea, the lionfish was accidentally released into the Western Atlantic. It was first sighted there in the late 1980s, but since mid-2000, its population has exploded, and today it can be found throughout the North Atlantic and in the wider Caribbean Sea, in habitats including coral reefs, rocky bottoms, mangroves, seagrass beds, lagoons, water estuaries, and at depths of up to 300 meters. Trinidad and Tobago was the last of the Caribbean islands to be invaded by the lionfish.
The lionfish is a marine invasive. It's indigenous to the Indo-Pacific and it got released in the Caribbean and North Atlantic waters. What that means is in this new environment, it has no native predators, no native diseases. So there's no natural control for the fish itself. What that also means is an environment where there's an ample supply of food, combined with the fact that it has a gluttonous appetite, means that it's pretty much threatening our biodiversity. So it's feeding on more than 50, somewhere between 50 and 60 species of fish that we know of, including crustaceans, including crabs, lobsters, shrimp, grouper, snapper. The same fish and shellfish that we consume or our fishermen go after. So it's threatening both our biodiversity in the sense that it's feeding on the indigenous species that we find here, and secondly, it's feeding on species that we also consume as part of our fishery. The third thing is it's threatening the quality of the coral reef ecosystem. Lionfish are also feeding on parrotfish, wrasse, goatfish, surgeonfish. These are fish that are important for keeping the algae low on coral reefs and maintaining a healthy coral reef system.
Using lightning-fast strikes to gulp down dozens of whole fish at a time, the lionfish is one of the most voracious and indiscriminate predators ever before seen in the Caribbean. They can eat prey half their body size, so long as it can fit in their mouths. Lionfish can reach sexual maturity at about 1 to 2 years. When reproducing, males and females actually pair off. The females release the egg sac, and the males fertilize these sacs. Fertilized eggs are then spread in the ocean currents. After approximately 20 to 40 days of being transported by these currents, the larval fish usually settle onto reef bottoms as juveniles, where they grow and develop into adults. These juveniles usually live in small groups, but as adults, they are typically alone. A fully grown adult can grow to as large as 48 centimeters and weigh approximately 2 kilograms or 3 to 4 pounds. Protecting the lionfish from possible predators is an arsenal of syringe-like spines containing venom found on the dorsal fins at the top, the pelvic fin, and the anal fin at the bottom. When these spines puncture a victim, the venom is released into the wound. It is not fatal, but can result in a painful reaction for any would-be predator. A lionfish sting can cause an intense throbbing, which radiates out from the site of the sting. The full intensity of the sting might be reached after 60 to 90 minutes and lasts for about 6 to 12 hours. If stung by a lionfish, apply first aid as soon as possible. Place the affected area in water as hot as you can stand for up to 30 minutes. Take some painkillers if needed, and then seek medical attention. Since 2010, the Institute of Marine Affairs, the IMA, has been increasing public awareness of the lionfish through newspaper articles, posters at various exhibitions in Trinidad and Tobago, lionfish workshops targeted to divers, fishers and the wider public, and through culling exercises in Tobago.
The Institute of Marine Affairs began their public awareness campaign way before the lionfish actually arrived here. Our activities started in 2009, and when we had a newspaper article come out, the very first one come out, just to inform the public about pests referring to invasive species, marine invasive species. And in that article, the idea of lionfish was introduced coming down through the Caribbean chain. In 2010, the exercise extended a bit more because we realized, of course, through the scientific community, we knew that lionfish was captured in Venezuela in January of 2010. So we were able to work in collaboration with the Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries to bring out an awareness poster. That poster was the threat of the lionfish, look out for the lionfish, it was called, and it gave information on what the lionfish looked like, the threat it posed to both people as well as the ecosystem, and who to contact if people did see it on the reefs or while diving in Tobago.
The IMA has worked with the Tobago House of Assembly, the Ministry of Food Production, Fisheries Division, and the Environmental Management Authority on an ad hoc committee to control and manage the lionfish in our waters. As we seek to ramp up our efforts, the IMA has been successful in receiving funds from the Green Fund to the tune of $3.9 million and will continue to work with key stakeholders to reduce the threats posed by the lionfish in our waters. Lionfish are not aggressive towards humans, but threaten the livelihoods of hundreds of people, the future of our reef fisheries, and therefore what fish we get to eat, and the quality of our coral reefs and the livelihoods of many people.
The lionfish has invaded our marine ecosystem. We can't fully eradicate it, but what we can do is control it. And how we're controlling it is at two levels. One is through communication. Right? What that means is, as a general recreationalist, if you sight a lionfish, whether you're diving as a fisher or as just a beach goer, right, you contact either the Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries based right here in Tobago, or you call the Institute of Marine Affairs. Right? You can also get more information from either organization as well. Secondly is the active removal of the lionfish. We've trained a lot of people, both in Trinidad and Tobago, how to properly handle the lionfish, remove the spines, and safely capture it without endangering anyone else. So when you report the sighting, we will mobilize a team to come out and remove the lionfish. Or if you yourself are capable of safely removing the lionfish, please remove it and contact someone, and we will take the fish from you so that it does not endanger anyone else.
You can help to control the lionfish in our waters. Participate in upcoming lionfish tournaments to reduce the local lionfish populations. Eat lionfish. The white flaky meat is delicious, and there are many delicious recipes available. Adopt safe practices when handling lionfish to prevent injury. Remember, prevention is better than cure, and if not trained to handle lionfish, it is best to look rather than touch. Report lionfish sightings by calling the Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries at 639-4446 in Tobago and the Institute of Marine Affairs in Trinidad at 634-4291-4. Once we work together, we can reduce the lionfish threat in our waters.